Hello, hello, hello. We are going to go over how to manipulate objects and images and text blocks and the like in Squarespace. How to remove them, how to add them, how to position them correctly. We're going to go over all of that. So we're going to play around with this site, Downstream Life Coaching. So we're going to make some changes and then we're going to put it right back how it was so it looks perfect. Alright, so to get to the back end, again you hit escape. You can also hit the gear here. We've hit escape last time, so we'll hit the gear. Here's the gear, and we're going to the back part of the site where we control everything. So we're not gonna edit the home page because I like the way it is. I want to leave it that way. Instead, we're gonna go to the musician page. So as you can see, we have a decent amount of images here. We've got a nice amount of text blocks. This is all how we want it to be. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over how to move these guys around, how to change them if we wanted to. So yeah, we're going to do that right now. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just go over images. So literally with an image, when you want to position it, you can literally just grab it, you just click it, right, and then drag it wherever you want it to be. So let's say we didn't want it at the top of our page. Instead, let's say we wanted it right on top of this guy, right? We'll move it right here to this. We get the line, and we want the line to only be above the specific image that we're trying to manipulate it to, and we click it there, and then we let go. Okay, and bam, it just immediately moves it. It sort of resizes everything, and it all looks fantastic. All we had to do is just click and drag. That's really nice. That's really helpful. To move it back, all we have to do is just, again, click and drag. So we'll move it here to the composer and pianist area, and just there it is. So as you can see, it's got the line all the way across the page, and that's exactly where we want it to be. So, and again, when you finish making your changes, you always hit save. We're not done yet, so we're not going to do that. To move a testimonial block, again, you just click and drag. You can move it. Let's say we wanted to add a little testimonial in here. Bam, it's done. All we have to do is just drag it. Let's move it back. There it is, just moved. If we wanted to delete a testimonial block or remove this image, we actually already have this image on another page. It doesn't look very good there, so we're going to remove it. We're going to delete this image. So we just click it here and drag it. We'll know that it's working when we drag our cursor over it, over the little trash can icon, and the icon turns blue around the outside. That's how we'll know that it works. So when we have done that and the icon turns blue, we release and it's trashed. Good, fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. So now we'll hit save. Now, moving text blocks like this one are a little more difficult because they have an editable area where you can change. What we want to do is go to the very corner of the page or the text block. The very edge around it has an area that you can grab and drag. So the inside makes it an editable text block. If you're in this editable text block, you have to click out, and then you have to go and move to the very edge, at which point you can click and drag. Now you always want to move your cursor, right? The text block's way over to the left. We want to move the cursor because that's the control point if we were going to delete it. We don't want to delete it, so we're going to move it back. And see how it's got the line across the screen? That's exactly what we want. And there it is. Now to add a new element, we can move to any one of these pluses. See, there's pluses all over the place. Pluses everywhere. We can move to any of these pluses, and it will insert an element where the line is. So we're going to add an element right here. And we can insert any number of elements. We can text, quote, video, embed. We can, any of these things. We can add commerce functionality to our sites. We can add forms. We can add newsletters, maps, anything. We're just going to do a simple text block. Actually, an image. An image will work. So let's do that. And it comes up with this dialog. It says, hey, what do you want to do? Where do you want to put this? So we're just going to drag an image back into this area. We're going to use the same image we just deleted, and then we're going to remove it. So I'm going to drag this from my other screen, and we're going to move it right here. We just have to drag it and drop it right on. It'll say processing and resizing, and then it'll appear. As you can see, there's a caption here. So we don't want a caption. We're not going to say anything about that. So we say do not display caption. And then all we have to do is just click save, and it's saved. Here again, save, and it'll appear that way on the front page. So let's go to the front, we'll check it out, and there it is. Now, we really don't want that image there, so we're going to remove it. So I hit escape again, go back to the back of the page, or back to the back end of the site, and move my cursor over the blue arrow, which seems to be a little bit off, and it's removed, which is exactly what we want. Fantastic. Now I'll hit save again. Alright, and we'll go and look. We'll make sure that everything's good, everything's positioned the way we want it. It is perfect. That's how you manipulate objects in Squarespace. It's really easy, really simple, and very, very intuitive. Thanks a lot, and over and out.